Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back. This is Violet Mystic. This week we are going to be doing a tarot reading about this week. The past couple of weeks I've done, or past couple of readings I've posted, have just been kind of a let's see where it goes, let's see what's coming through type of reading, kind of like a free-form reading. But I got the feeling that I needed to do a what's coming up this week type of reading. So this will apply to this week as I'm recording this. This is the first week of April 2026. But if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past. But this will apply to whatever week you are in at the current time. So yeah, this is the second time I'm recording this because the first time I recorded it, I kept having a lot of issues with recording. I was also coughing a lot. My allergies are being stupid right now. So just having a lot of issues, and then I kept losing my place. And overall, I just felt like I needed to come back when I was more centered. So we're trying this again. This is take 2. So I'm still going to use this deck. This is the Steampunk Tarot. I tend to gravitate towards this when I feel like a serious message needs to come through. So I was kind of guided to this deck this week, for this week. Don't know why. We will see what comes through, just like we have in the last posts that I've had, or readings that I've had. But we will see what comes through for this week in particular. Again, this is timeless, so whenever you are finding this on your feed, it is this current week that you are in. So, let us get started. I want to find out what this week is about. I'm actually going to shuffle again. So, I shuffled them the last time before I pulled the cards, but I feel like it needs to refresh of whatever that energy was. So let's try this again. And I've changed the lighting a little bit, and you might be able to see the angle as well. We have our first couple of cards coming out. You might be able to see the angle of the camera as well is a little different from last time. I'm just trying to experiment with what I have. Trying to make these readings a little bit better for you guys. So let me know in the comments if you like this setup, if you have any suggestions, and suggestions for different types of readings as well. So I want to pull a little bit more information. I can already kind of... That was a bit ridiculous. So we've got those. Give me a second. I got some cards that fell on the floor. Okay, so the cards that fell on the floor. Alright, so let's start with these two. They came out pretty quickly. You've got the 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, have the Tower, and the 9 of Swords. I'm going to put these in groups because that's how they came out. And then we've got these 3 cards right here. Let me move this over some. Make sure I still have enough room on the table. And then we've got the ones that fell on the floor are the 2 of Swords. I'd have to put them a little closer. Yeah. Okay. 2 of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Magician. So there's still a little bit of glare from my lamp, but yeah, I'm working on it. So we've got, let's see if I can do this a little bit better here. Maybe do it that way. Okay. Alright. So we have 7 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. So I'll address each group separately. The first group here is kind of giving me the impression that maybe this is a week of getting your ducks in a row, was what I'm hearing. So perhaps that is something that is maybe unfinished, something that is you're still working on, it's in the works. You're currently working with people about it. But it's not finished. It still needs more time. So the second group here, I see a huge change that is happening, something unexpected, something out of the blue, something that maybe you have had a little bit of anxiety about. I'm getting. Although I feel like for some of you this could be self-inflicted anxiety. Maybe you're just overly worried about what's going on. Maybe you're giving yourself nightmares about it, just overthinking about it. And this, whatever this tower moment is, I feel like it's less of an unexpected shock and more of an aha moment. So I'm getting inspirational rather than unexpected, oh my god! So I feel like it's still leaning in the positive direction, although maybe the change itself, maybe you're one that doesn't handle change very well. I'm kind of that way myself, honestly. Change kind of unnerves me a little bit. Even if it's a good change, it's like, it's not what I had planned or foreseen, so the unexpected change, even if it's a good thing, kind of knocks me off course a little bit, if that makes sense. So maybe you're kind of that way. Yeah, sometimes it just has to happen. So the third group here, we have the Two of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Magician. So perhaps with this moment here, you're kind of at a crossroads with what to decide. You know, how to move forward, what to do next, how to change the plan. Maybe you're stuck because you thought this was the only way to go, and now this thing comes in, and then you're like, oh, what do I do now? Something is going to come in. You're going to have some inspiration. There's that inspirational feeling I was getting. So you're going to have some inspiration that comes in. Maybe somebody offers you something. Maybe somebody says just the right words, and it makes you have an epiphany of some sort. And then you are, just like that, able to create the momentum to move forward. And then this over here that you were working on I feel like you're working with people, or maybe there are people behind the scenes that are kind of adding to this. But whatever happens here to make you have this epiphany or new idea or presentation of thought, inspiration, you are suddenly struck with the ability, like you now have the ability, or at least you feel like you have the ability. So maybe this, you didn't think you had the ability before, you didn't know how you were going to do this, now you do, now you know, and you recognize that you have all the materials at your disposal to be able to get this thing off the ground, or finalize this project, or whatever the case may be for you. So I'm going to pull from another deck. Let me get this one out of the way. I'm going to pull from another deck, and I want to get a little more about this. Like, what is this that's happening? What is this about? Yeah, let's start there. Let's go by each group. So the first set here, what is this that you're working on? What is this for whoever is watching this? What is this about? Oh, this one? Okay. 10 of Cups. So you're building something. You are building something that is going to bring you... I'm hearing a whole new life. So this sounds like it's very important here. So this could be perhaps getting plans in order with a significant other person. Perhaps this is a new job opportunity that you're maybe working on. Maybe you're like interview round number 14 or something. So, maybe this is a business idea that you're working with someone, and it's going to lead to a huge success And this is going to lead to a lot of good things happening in your life after that. Like maybe it brings in a whole new life. I keep hearing a whole new life. It's life-changing. You have to let me know in the comments what this is. I'm really curious now. It's going to bring you that much happiness. Now, it's going to take work. It will take work. But this is, if you put in the work, which you are going to be able to do, then you are going to have a lot of success in this. It's going to bring a lot of favorable circumstances. Okay, I don't typically do love readings, but I just had the thought that just came into my brain. For some of you, not most of you, but just some of you, you could meet your partner with this. Yeah, I'm getting a partner coming in. Now it might not be a romantic partner in that sense for some of you who this applies to, but it could be like a business partner that you end up forming a very close relationship or bond with. Maybe this is kind of like a long-lived business partnership, perhaps. But romantically, it could also be your next life partner. So, and again, that's just for some of you. I don't normally do those types of readings, but I just kind of got that glimpse. So, someone somewhere watching this, it might apply to you. And if it does, let us know. Let us know in the comments. So for the second set of cards here that came out, what is this Tower moment? What is this Tower moment? What is this unexpected thing? We'll find out what the Nine of Swords is about as well. But I want to find out what it is. Oops. Oh no! Okay, so the Star is the only one that came out flipped over. So I'm not going to take all of these. That's too many cards. Okay, so the Star. Okay, so that makes me feel like it is in fact something positive, something hopeful, something that is going to... I mean, it sounds weird coming with the Nine of Swords, and then the Two of Swords over here being like, well, what do I do now? So maybe this is something to do with... Perhaps you thought it wasn't going to work out. And now suddenly something happens that you weren't expecting, and that is going to actually make it work out better than you had hoped. So then why the anxiety? Why the anxiety? What is it that's making you think it won't work? What is currently happening that is making you think it won't work? Okay. Not that. Okay. That one? Okay. Page of Pentacles. I'm hearing somebody told you it wouldn't. So maybe somebody has a very negative view, or maybe someone just doesn't want this to work out for you. I doubt that, but I think it's more so along the lines of somebody just doesn't think it's feasible. Like maybe it's too good to be true, or it's not a practical thing. You should just stick with the regular thing that everybody else does type of thing. So somebody's giving some very negative energy, but they think that they're helping. They think they're being practical, and they're trying to get you to be on, along their lines of thinking. But whatever this is, gives you hope that it can in fact happen for you. So then the next question I want to find out is, why does it initially, after this happens, why does it initially make you feel like torn, like caught between two things? So what is that? What is that about? dropping my cards. So this one. All right. King of Cups. Interesting. So here's another romantic type hit that I'm getting. I don't know why. I don't like reading those types of doing those types of readings. It's just not my thing. But I'm getting, for some of you, maybe this is a person that comes in, and this person just totally not what you expected. You didn't expect to meet them, or you didn't expect them to know the things that they know, or be interested in whatever you're building over here. And maybe they give you some encouragement, and maybe they kind of make you feel like you are able to do this after all. And they give you that emotional boost that you need, and that emotional strength that you need to kind of get back on your feet. Like, give you that inspirational tug to keep going. Like, whoever this person is that is thinking they know the best for you and you should listen to them, you know, that's making you feel like, oh, I can't do this, this is never going to work out. This person comes in and completely changes that and gives you hope again. And now you're torn listening to both of these people and trying to figure out, well, what's the best way to go? Like, is this person right? Is this person right? Are they both right? Are they both wrong? What should I do? Interesting. So then what tools are at your disposal at this point then? What is this inspirational thing that they say or do, or a thing that you recognize within yourself that makes you hopeful? This one? Okay. Oh. So it's something they say. It's something they say, and it's something that I'm getting. It's a time frame. Maybe they shortened the time frame that you thought this could happen. Maybe they send you a message regarding the information that you need. They send you a message, or they give you information that contains things you thought you were missing or were missing. It's information. They have information for you. And with that knowledge, you're going to be able to do this, or you recognize that you will be able to do this, and it gives you hope. And for whoever of this applies to, this person may become your business partner, or they may become your life partner, or they may at least be in your life long term to help keep you, to give you encouragement and to help keep you going. Like, they're on your side. This person may be on your side too, but they don't think it's going to work. So I feel... Let's see, is there anything else? I want to get an oracle card to kind of get a, well, kind of wrap it up as well, but kind of get an idea of the overall feeling of this week. Maybe some of you are from the reading or watched the reading that I did last week, because I'm getting the same message. Count your chickens. The last week that I did, the reading I did last week. Oh my God, I can speak. There was a message in there to count your chickens. And normally, as I said then, normally the phrase is don't count your chickens before they hatch. What this is kind of saying, essentially, count your chickens. This is going to work. Like it's nearly guaranteed. But you just have you have to go through this stage, this process, I'm hearing. So this is necessary for your growth. I hate that, but yeah, that does happen. All right, can we get a card to wrap this up and kind of get an idea of what kind of emotion and what kind of anything to take into this week? Not that one, okay. Witch of the Woods Retreat. Okay, let me read the book on that one. All right, 38, oh, there we go. So if you want to take a screenshot, here is that. Hold it there for a second for you. Okay, so the Witch of the Woods is connected to nature in a way most modern people will never be. The seasons are her calendar and the sun and moon her clocks. The animals are her companions and guides. They inform her of danger, resources, and what Mother Nature will bring next. She knows how to use the earth as her compass, and she lives a rich and fulfilling life free of distraction and wastefulness. The Witch of the Woods knows being alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. Oh, interesting. Perhaps you feel lonely at this time. And maybe you need to recognize that you do have the things at your disposal and you do have the ability to take care of yourself by yourself. Oh, okay. So I'm getting kind of this feeling of you need to learn how to be dependent on yourself, be self-reliant, and accept that you always have the ability within yourself to do anything. And once you accept that, then all the resources come into place. And those resources aren't necessarily other people helping you. They're more so resources and people that show up when you are ready. When you're ready to accept that they are there to help guide you. So you have it all within you to do this, but you don't see it yet, and you think that you need to be dependent on other people to accomplish things, but you need to first get to the point of recognizing you yourself can do this by yourself. You have the ability within yourself, and you are capable. And that's when things start showing up and falling into place for you. Okay, let's read the rest of it. So it says, the Witch of the Woods doesn't speak to many, but has come to you to guide you to disconnect from material pursuits in favor of exploring a more spiritual and earth-centric life. So perhaps, maybe this is less about what you're trying to build or accomplish or set in motion, and more about you recognizing what you have to offer and what you can accomplish within yourself, and seeing yourself for who you are. So maybe this is more of a lesson on learning more about yourself, and this is just something that you can accomplish once you come into your own, once you recognize your abilities. This feels like a lesson, not gonna lie. So it says here, spend time in nature, take a solo trip, and where possible, shed the hustle and bustle of daily stress. Yeah, definitely that. Try to make time for journaling, meditation, having a nice hot shower with, you know, nice scented body wash, or, you know, whatever you like to do. Have a nice cup of tea or coffee, just something to enjoy, not for the, you know, how you have your morning cup of coffee because it wakes you up and you can get going for the day, but not for any reason but to enjoy it. You know, play a game, go to sleep early, light a candle, something for just for you to enjoy, and no other reason. Sometimes those are when the best moments of clarity come in. You finally just let everything go and stop overthinking everything and just exist in the moment and just do something to make yourself happy in that moment. And then, for me at least, that's when it's like the release of the anxiety, just focusing on the moment or what you're doing in that moment to enjoy yourself, not thinking about things. It's the release of the anxiety and overthinking and overanalyzing of things that allows for the creativity and the clarity to come in. And it can't happen before then. So, yeah, I feel like for you, this week is less about what you're building and more about learning who you are and what you're capable of through the things that happen externally. They are there to help you with this realization. So you may feel stuck right now, but whatever is coming in here is going to not only get you unstuck, but it's going to help you move forward with more confidence and more, I heard stamina, so that could be relevant for someone. In lots of different ways. More different ways. For some of you, enjoy. But I feel like it's going to give you more confidence and more belief in yourself, so it's less about what you're doing or how you're going to accomplish this, and the process of becoming who you were meant to be all along. I don't know, does that make sense? If it makes sense, let me know in the comments. But I believe that is all the message. That is all of the messages. That are all of the messages. I'm tired. So these are all of the messages. I think that's correct grammar there. For this week, specifically this week, whenever you are watching this. So to all of those in the future who are watching this, maybe 2 years from now even, I still hope your week goes well, and I hope you get out of it all that is needed to accomplish what you would love to accomplish, even if that changes from what you are currently trying to accomplish. But that is all I have for you, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye!